out wide now. Francis Burke with a sit, but knocked away by Young. He goes after it again. They fall over. Mount gets it out front of the Malthouse at half back. And the ball is out there towards Wood, but coming across as Rawlings gets away from Byrne. That's the second time he's done that. Short pass, it's all right, and mark to Riley. Richmond looking good at the moment. A pass looking for Bartlett. It's too long, it's out of bounds. But I think it'll be a throw-in. A throw-in from Richmond's half-forward line.
Another interesting move by Richmond. Lou is Mount to centre half back against Stewart.
It's about, let's see, about 60 metres around from the Richmond goal. Richmond a 1 goal, 7 points to Collingwood 2 points. Ball back into play. Knocked out by Lee. Pushed away again to Cast. A hand pass to Shaw. He's in a bit of trouble, but breaks clear. Boots the ball back towards Stewart, and the Mount Stewart at the back couldn't grab that when it's on the ground. There's Weirmount trying to crash out of the pack. Finally, it's Rain swooping on the ball beautifully as he shoots it across towards the centre of the ground. And Welsh stops one that time. He goes down. Rene King getting through the pack. The incredible Hops got it out to Barham. And the racehorse is trying to break clear. Back it goes, but towards Dacos. He's in trouble here as he gets a hand pass back to Mangrove. But the umpire says play on. A long kick up there towards Davis. Touched away again by the Richmond defence. But the umpire's found a free kick to Davis. And he's got a chance to score Collingwood's first goal. He's only about 3 or 4 metres out directly in front. Strawn infringed that time, the Richmond fullback. Davis shouldn't miss this one. And he hasn't. It's a goal. So Collingwood hit the front. 1 goal, 2 8 points. The Richmond 1 goal, 7 points.
Well, Strawn really is the half-back flanker today, Lou, because he's got the job of Craig Davis. As we watch on replay, Magro putting the long kick up into the square. And, well, very, very hard to say. I personally couldn't see much of an infringement, but that's the way it was witnessed by the umpire.
Certainly looked very, very technical as we watch it from another angle. Driven down towards the goal from our camera crane, and you'll see the infringement that the umpire detected. There it was. 8 minutes gone in the first quarter. 7 plays 8 in the grand final. Knocked down by Lee. Past Jess, here's Byrne for Collingwood. Bartlett trying to go through, got pushed over in the back, and a free kick to Kevin Bartlett. And applauding the umpire for such.
Well, that's the danger player. People are going to watch him.
Well, the umpire's playing a lot of, as I see it, Tiggy Touchwood free kicks at the moment. We saw one to Roach, one to Davis, and now this one to Bartlett. It was there, but we've seen them let go before. Kevin Bartlett, a centre half forward for Richmond. A chance for his first goal and the Tigers' second. He's directly in front. Comes in, fires, off target. Wait for the goal umpire's decision. Looks like one behind it is. So Bartlett starting off with a miss. And that takes Richmond's score now to 1 goal, 2 8, the same as the Magpies. As we wait the ball to be driven back in by Peter McCormack. Long kick, plenty of distance in there. Up in front is kick, knocked down by Terry Smith. Bartlett getting ridden into the ground again. Another free kick, and that was certainly obvious, that one, no doubt about that. A little bit further out this time, Bartlett. He's right on the edge of the centre square. Won't make the distance with that kick. Peter Moore's in front and will mark. And that's confidence for you. Quite a little bit too slow.
Peter will probably come around this member's side, and I did notice that Mickey Barham is limping, and whether or not when he kicked the ball off the ground before, he may have stretched that hamstring, it's hard to say.
Well, he went over pretty solidly too earlier. Lee, the high flyer, couldn't take it. Kink. Oh, ground must be a little bit slippery, must have been watered. Pickens high kick towards centre half forward. Francis Burke, then taking another safe mark.
9 minutes gone and scores at dead level in this first quarter. The 1980 grand final. We wait now for Francis Burke to get the ball out there towards that half forward flank position. There's Cloak coming in, trying to judge the bounce, but couldn't pick it up. Finally picked up by Pickett. It's a bad kick, and Welsh takes an easy mark. It'll be a 15-metre penalty now. Welsh has got the mark out there at half forward, about 50 metres out from goal. He's got the job of minding Ricky Barham. There's McCormack watching Roach very closely. Beautiful mark for Roach. Outmaneuvered incompletely.
Too tall, Lou.
And a beautiful mark from behind that time. He's right on the edge of the kick-off mark, and a chance to score a goal here for Richmond. And Roach is yet to score his first goal for the club. Welsh has got the job of minding Barham, and there could be a bit of could be a little bit suspect with that fire. The kick is okay. It's another goal to Richmond, so they go to 2 goals, 2-14. They're pulling with 1 goal, 2 8 points, and we're just on the 10-minute mark.
Watch the replay now as Peter Welsh puts the ball down. It was a bad piece of defensive work in the first place, Lou, by Bill Pickham to virtually go straight across the ground when there was nobody there. And from our crane now, we watch as Roach puts the ball through. It's the Clark Mobile crane, of course.
11 minutes gone in the first quarter of the 1980 Grand Final. 2 goals to Richmond, Collingwood 1 goal to 8, a difference of 6 points.
Well, back to the centre. It's Mark Lee against Peter Moore. Well, they go for the bounce. Mark Lee again, picked up by Pick, and then he fumbled the ball. He goes down and got one on the back of the head that time from Jimmy Jess. I think he's okay. He's a little short of the centre field position. Looked a bit stunned there, Billy, but that look seems to be with Billy for some time. But he soon lightens up when the ball comes near. And the ball kicked out there towards Rene King. Not a very good kick. It bounces back there, punched away by Rains out towards Byrne. Byrne and Rawlings, down goes Byrne, but he recovers pretty well, but takes the ball over the line. On Collingwood's half-forward line, about 60, 70 metres around from their goal. Capacity Housey today. Now they're in for thrills and spills. The Stewart and Lee go for the knockout. Knocked out by Lee. Ball kicked back by Richmond. A chance for Rains to go with a punch. He does, looking for Wood. Carlson taps it out beautifully over to Davis. And there's Shaw running to an open goal. Doesn't make the distance. Lowe's got a chance to mark. It's too long. And the ball is out of bounds right against the Collingwood point post. So the pressure now on the Richmond defence. 6 points the difference in favour of the Tigers. And they've been on top of the league ladder for most of the year. The Collingwood side are the underdogs at the moment. Knocked out by Olsen. Wearmouth on the boundary. Got one in the back. You get a free kick for Shaw. No doubt about that. Pushed him fair square in the back. And Wearmouth has a chance to score a goal, but it's a very difficult shot.
He will give himself plenty of room, Lou, and maybe run around at the last moment.
Well, at least he's got one thing in his advantage. He's on the right side for a right foot. That's what he's done, as Bobby Skilton advised. And he's put it right through the middle.
Wearmouth's first goal for Collingwood, their second. And let's check the scores. We see 2-2-14 to Richmond. Collingwood also the same score.
Well, we couldn't wait for anything else as we watch on the replay. Wearmouth leads in the race for the ball, under pressure from both Malthouse and Waitman. And, well, as Lou called it, he was certainly helped along, and I think one who helped us also.
"13 minutes have gone in the first quarter of the 1980 Grand Final. Free kick going Collingwood's way to Ruckrow to Russell Olsen. Now for an infringement at the centre, and he'll drive the Magpies forward. There you can see the score, the clock in the lower right-hand corner of the screen as Olsen's kick up towards the full forward position. Malthouse getting grabbed, gets it over towards Burke, but only just. Well smothered though by the Collingwood players. It was Stewart coming in quickly, and it will be a throw-in.
Peter, it's obvious that Mervyn Kane is going on and off the ball with Russell Olsen, and Terry Smith on and off with Rene King.
Stewart and Dunn contesting the boundary throw-in. Knocked down to Kink. More holding the ball, says the crowd. Umpire Ian Robinson certainly agrees with that, and Richmond not wasting any time either as Malthouse drives the Tigers out of the danger zone. Lee cleverly knocks it forward, jumped at the wrong time, but then biffed it over his head. Here's a go for Magro and Bartlett. Magro gets there first. Jets